I would like to begin today's meeting by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we are gathered and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Welcome, my name is Councillor Tony Hall. Welcome to the City Lifestyle Committee meeting of the 14th of June 2023. We're beginning today at 9 a.m. I would like to advise attendees in the room that this meeting is being webcast and audio recorded. Please be advised for this meeting, Council previously approved a leave of absence for Councillor Bradley at the City Governance Committee meeting held at the 19th of April 2023. I believe we have two absences today. Councillor Jeremiah and Mayor Darren Power. We'll do them individually. We'll start with Councillor Jeremiah. Is there a mover for the leave of absence for Councillor Jeremiah? Okay, we're going to do them all together today. Okay. Is there a mover for Mayor Power and Councillor Jeremiah? Councillor Murphy has moved. Do I have a seconder? Yep. Councillor Russell is a seconder. A show of hands in support. That is carried unanimously. Okay, so moving right along. I now refer to a declaration of conflict of interest. Do any councillors here today wish to declare a conflict of interest against any of the reports on today's agenda? There being none, I'll now refer to the reports on today's agenda. I'd like to note that item 5.1 is a confidential report, the persecution of animal management offences report. Before we go into confidential, I believe the City Safety and Livability Manager, Emily Shafto, would like to speak to the report.
Thank you, Councillor Hall. And through the Chair, good morning, councillors. Council has recently introduced a new animal management plan which places the protection of public safety and high standards of animal keeping at its heart. It's in this light that the City Safety and Livability Branch seeks to present to councillors today a confidential report which considers potential legal proceedings against an individual located in Division 2. Here we are concerned about a range of allegedly serious and repeated animal management offences relating to dogs which have negatively impacted the community. We now seek the report to be moved into confidential to enable discussion of the facts and circumstances and a decision with regard to legal proceedings to advance this enforcement matter.
Thank you, Mrs. Shafto. I note that item 5.1 is confidential. A proposed resolution to move this matter is displayed on the screen. Do any councillors wish to move into closed session for this item? Councillor Murphy? Do we have a seconder? Councillor Wilcox? All those in favour? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2 against. That has been carried. I'll just check how everyone voted. Councillor Lane?
4.
Councillor Russell?
4.
Councillor Kerensky?
4. I would like to say I'm completely satisfied with the officer's requests, but noting that some councillors would like to go into confidential, I respect their views, so 4.
Councillor Raven?
Against. The time of the committee is too valuable to go in when we've got such a good report.
Councillor Fraser? 4. Councillor Bennon?
Against, and I echo Councillor Raven's sentiment.
Councillor Stemp?
4.
Councillor Wilcox?
4.
Councillor Murphy?
4.
And I'm 4. With that being carried, we'll move the item into confidential. Thank you, everyone. We are now in open session, and the live stream has recommenced. Councillor Lane, did you have something that you wanted to raise?
Just when you mention the report, I'd like to speak to it, if that's okay.
Okay, I'd like to show the report, please. Sorry.
Thanks. I just wanted to speak to the motion, Mr. Chair.
Sure. Councillor Lane would like to speak to the motion.
Thanks very much. Coming out of confidential, I understand that there's information that is obviously sensitive. I would like to say thank you to the team for the hard work in the community. It's not easy doing your job, and it is very much appreciated by residents. Everyone thinks they're always right. A lot of the times they are, and sometimes they're not, but you handle yourselves with grace and dignity and with kindness and compassion towards people. You also have a firm hand when it's needed, and it's very much appreciated. That being said, there's a number of people in the community that have mixed beliefs around how it is to contain an animal within their property and what they're legally obliged to do. I know that we had an incident where a dog was within a property and someone put their hand over and decided to enter their property, and they got a bit of a nip for their trouble, and council officers went out and investigated that and instructed the owner that he had to have the pathway cleared to the front door. A lot of people forget about that law, and the way in which you remind people is very heartfelt and very genuine and very supportive, so thank you very much. I'm happy to move this motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Lane. Right, we have a motion up on the board. I'd like to see a mover for the recommendation, Councillor Lane, and a seconder, Councillor Raven. Okay, I'd like to see a show of hands in support of the motion. That has been carried unanimously, and that motion has been carried. Thank you, City Safety and Livability Manager Emily Shafto. Does anyone, sorry, before Emily leaves, does anyone have any general business for her? Councillor Lane.
Thanks very much to you, Mr. Chair. And this is actually for the Director about this team. 353 jobs were lodged in the month of between April and May. And the response from this team was absolutely phenomenal. We had unregistered vehicles removed from roads. We had shopping trolleys that businesses were fined for and other ones were sent for scrap. This team is doing a magic job in my community. And I want to say thank you. There's still a long way to go. But your persistence is greatly appreciated, so thank you very much. Keep it up. I've got lots more to come.
Also, Emily Shafto, before you go, I understand this item that's just gone through. We've had a fair bit of involvement together working towards the goals of what this will do. So it's great to see that all that hard work and all that effort that you and your team have put together is actually going forward, and I believe the city will be at a better standard because of it. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors.
Okay, moving on to our next item. Okay, moving on to item 5.2, confidential report, Bentley Aquatic Centre, outcome of express of interest for a joint venture. I note that this is a confidential item. A proposed resolution to move this matter is displayed on the screen. Do any councillors wish to move into closed session for this item? Councillor Murphy, seconded by Councillor Wilcox. Can I see a show of hands in support? That is carried unanimously, except for Councillor Raven. How do you vote?
Against.
Councillor Raven recorded as against, but that has been carried, and we'll be moving into confidential. Okay, I believe we're back in open session. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, now we need to vote to table the presentation. Can I have a mover? Councillor Murphy. Do I need a seconder for that? I don't need a seconder. Can I see a show of hands? That's carried unanimously. Okay, now we're going to, if you refer to the motion, we're going to vote for the preferred option, which is option 1A. Can I see a mover? Councillor Murphy. Can I see a seconder? Councillor Raven. Can I see a show of hands? That is carried unanimously, except for Councillor Wilcox. How do you vote, Councillor Wilcox?
I vote against, and I would like to provide a reason.
You can do so,
I know it was confidential.
provided you don't speak about any of the confidential matters discussed.
I don't believe it was in the best interests for the city.
Thank you for your comment. Okay, so I believe that has been carried. Option, which brings us to the end of 5.2. I'd like to thank this Sports and Community Infrastructure Manager, Mr. Ben O'Brien. Before he leaves, does anyone have any general business? Councillor Lane.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Never take up a chance to do something. Yesterday, I had a chat with Brad about Gould Adams Pool and the heating. There are a lot of seniors who rely on the pool and the warmth of it to actually do their physiotherapy in the winter months. It's been down for a couple of weeks, and my understanding is that we're going to be much more proactive in the future of helping the lessee get the problem sorted rather than working out whose responsibility it is. I'm very, very happy with that, and I appreciate that residents will be happy with that as well. The other thing that was mentioned was the possible installation of a visible thermometer that's constantly going, so that residents know what the temperature is going to be before they hit it and get the chills up their spine at 5:30 in the morning. I really do appreciate the work that's going on in this section. It's just that this pool is very important to a lot of seniors in my community, and I suppose I just want it to happen faster and faster each time. So working on that, thanks very much, and yeah, if you can give an assurance that this will be sorted, that'd be great.
Yeah, thanks, Councillor, and through the chair, what I can commit to is there is absolutely the capacity to install live temperature monitoring, which can be on a display located within the pool. That's also got potential to drive direct to websites or to apps, etc. So yes, there are occasions at every pool across Queensland where we design these pools to operate in the 90th percentile. So that being said, when it's 2 degrees overnight, the odds are that the pools will be cold. For us to design to 100% is exponentially too expensive. However, it's important to be transparent to the pool users, of course. So if they have the capacity to see the pool temperature before they roll out of bed, then absolutely that's something we can do, and happy to commit to that.
Okay, before we conclude, does anyone have any general business for Mr. Brad Wright, Director of Community and Lifestyle? No? I actually just have a little bit of general business. We've just had another successful leaf, and I think this is probably one of the best ones yet that we've ever done. Just asking the residents in my area, they said it was amazing. They're very proud of the Leaf Festival happening in our city. It was so successful that it, even attracted the acting Prime Minister of Australia of the time, and he came to the Leaf Festival without a security crew, and I think that just goes to show how safe people feel at council events. To have the acting Prime Minister walking around Leaf, shaking hands and meeting people, that's just amazing. So my hat goes off to the team for making our city feel safe, and for our management team for such a smooth process. And you brought dinosaurs to it. That's amazing. So I'd like those things carried on for the team and everyone involved with the Leaf Festival. You did an amazing job. Thank you. There being no further general business, I declare that the city... Sorry, is there any other general business for the director? Mr. Brad White? No, all good. Okay, there being none, I declare that the City Lifestyle meeting on the, sorry, I've got to remember the date, the 14th of June 2023, be closed at 9:58 a.m. Thank you, everyone.